Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Taking Care of Business. The man who rules the world breaks in a brand new partner to help him take care of business in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Taking Care of Business at paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. I've got some advice for everybody out here. Keep your head on a swivel. And you want to keep your head on a swivel because as the weather starts to get warmer out here, you're going to see more and more of these beta males coming out on the street, and more of these beta males are going to be causing trouble. And as they start what I call the season of the simp, you want to keep your eyes open because you don't want to get caught in the middle of their spectrum of violent behaviors. Now, this season of the simp is going to be far more worse than previous seasons because we've had this COVID-19 pandemic go on, and that has led to a lot of these beta males being on lockdown for over a year. And as those idle minds have sat there on the internet inside of these virtual echo chambers, they have been listening to all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories, and they've had nobody there to vet many of these completely insane ideas. And because they've been sitting around all day in front of these computers with nobody there to vet many of the crazy ideas that have been presented on social media as conspiracy theories, we're going to have many of these beta males looking to act on these ideas that have been fostered online and other ideas they have been fostered as related to the isolation that they've been in for over a year. So as these men start to step back out into the world, they are going to look to lash out at that world. So that's one of the reasons why you want to keep your head on a swivel, because you just don't know when these men are going to go off, what they're going to do when they go off, or what type of violence they're going to participate in when they go off. And you want to try to mitigate the harm to yourself and your family. So again, this is why you want to keep your eyes open and keep your eyes when you're out in public, because these beta males are a clear and present danger, and most people, they are thinking, oh, I can just go about my life as things start to open up. But these beta males are looking to make a statement and get attention for themselves as these retail businesses open up, and as many of these events open up. Many of these beta males want to get attention for whatever cause they have, or to make a statement about whatever conspiracy they see around them. So it's just best for you, the average American, or many of my foreign viewers, to keep your eyes open and understand what's going to go on, because these beta males, they are looking for trouble, and they are looking to wreak havoc, because many of these men are unemployed, many of these men are struggling, and many of these men are frustrated about the state of their lives. And because many of these men have no job, have no money, and have no direction, many of them are looking to destroy the world around them in an effort to make a statement about themselves. And the big thing that most people need to understand is we have this bumper crop of beta males because there was no father in the home. Now, when there are true to the game fathers in the home, you have boys who are given discipline and they are given structure. And no father worth his salt is going to have his son just sitting around doing nothing for long extended periods of time. Like, for example, your Joe Jackson, who had Michael Jackson's father, had him and his brothers out here working on either the dances or when he was at work working at things at home and wanted to see some sort of progress as related to work being done. And the reason why he gave the boys work to do is because he wanted to make sure that they were involved in structured activities so that their minds would be occupied and they wouldn't come up with crazy ideas to go do something stupid. So when you have a father in the home, he understands that he just can't have his son just sitting around doing nothing, because if the boy is sitting around, he's going to have his imagination running wild and he's going to be coming up with crazy stuff to do, and then he may go out here and go to try to do stupid things, and those stupid things may lead to either that boy winding up hurting himself, or it may lead to him winding up getting arrested. And that's why a father always makes sure that his son is involved in some sort of structured activity, whether it be trying to teach him some sort of skill or working on something like building and working around the house, like working on things like upgrading stuff at the home, or making sure that he is learning other things, like if he can't go to a karate class or do some sort of training, he'll buy a car and then teach him how to work on cars and teach him something so that his mind will be occupied with something and he won't be sitting up online for hours on end listening to crazy conspiracy theories or listening to crazy ideas from individuals talking about topics like bad black women for 8 and 9 hours. So a father is going to make sure his son is involved in structured activities, but many of these beta males, they don't have anybody there to give him any sort of structure or structured activities and some sort of order in his life. And what these males do is, again, they are sitting online in echo chambers and they're just listening to the same things over and over again. And when somebody listens to the same things over and over again, what happens is this becomes a mantra that practically makes these males go completely insane, because this warps their perception of reality and it has them thinking that these ideas are all real. And that's again a very dangerous thing to come out as related to this pandemic, having this bumper crop of beta males sitting around all day for over a year. And then these individuals are then going to be open as the economy opens up and things open up, these guys coming out on the street. Because as these guys come out on the street, they are just going to be, again, frustrated and angry because they don't have a job. Many of them don't have money, even though there's a stimulus. That's not that much money. They're going to be out here looking to go out here and cause some trouble, or they're going to be looking to go do something dumb, or they're going to go out here and look to participate in one of these extremely violent behaviors, like one of these mass shootings. So there's a lot of trouble getting ready to happen, and a lot of people need to have their eyes open, because again, we are still in the middle of a man crisis, and this crisis may get worse because, again, when you have males who have been sitting around for over a year, have been sitting in front of internet echo chambers, and many of these men have been out of work for extended periods of time. Their minds aren't occupied, their minds are not really focused on anything, and these men are not looking to rejoin society because they've listened to a lot of antisocial messages online, and they're looking to, again, cause trouble. So a lot of people, they don't really understand how dangerous things are getting and are about to get soon, because again, when you have beta males, they have idle minds because mom will let them sit there in front of video games. Mom will let them sit in front of a TV. Mom will let them sit in front of the internet for hours on end because it's getting them out of her hair. But when you let boys sit there and imbibe much of this information and feed their brains poison, what happens is these boys then want to go outside, and when things open up outside, they're looking to not just go out here and do something constructive. No, they're looking to go out and do things that are destructive. And that's why fathers, as I see it, are really important, because a father, a true to the game father, he's going to be preparing his boys with male life skills. He's going to be preparing his boys with male survival skills, and he's going to be teaching and preparing his sons. And I've seen that in some videos where the fathers were taking this time to teach their sons auto mechanics. They were teaching their sons different other types of skills, like maybe doing construction. They were preparing their sons during this time to learn different things, and that's what a lot of these beta males did not get. And because those beta males didn't get that, we have these guys like the one who was just arrested in Maryland talking about planning mass shootings, and we have other ones out here just planning on participating in all sorts of mayhem. But I want my viewers to understand the dangers that are going to be opening up as the economy reopens, and to keep their eyes open, because it's going to be a very long warm spring and a long hot summer, and this season of the simp may be one of the worst, because we've got a bumper crop of children of the corn, and these children of the corn are about to reap a very dark harvest for America and the West. Now, if you want to learn more about the dysfunctional behaviors of beta males, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find it on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door must take on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess in paperback and e-readers this April.